Drugstore makeup is absolutely wild right now. A $19 foundation or concealer, a lip balm that is hot honey flavored, but it's not plumping. And Colourpop is dropping pop sockets. What the heck is going on at the drugstore? The drugstore might be out of ideas, but some of it might actually be worth the purchase. So in today's video, we are going to talk through what actually might be worth trying and what we can skip. And before we get into the video, I want to know what threshold becomes too expensive for drugstore. Personally, I think that once something hits about $20 or close to $20, it's done for. You might as well be sold in Sephora or ULTA as a mid-range brand. Currently, I think the hottest drugstore brand on the market right now is NYX Cosmetics, in my opinion at least. They're a brand that's actually launching things that seem to be maybe not innovative, but exciting and fresh. You've probably already heard about their NYX Smushy Lip Balms, especially if you watch my videos, but they're not done with their launches yet because they're also launching their Fat Cheeks Dewy Liquid Blush for $10. This claims to provide 24-hour hydration, 12 hours of wear with a buildable and blendable formula. Now, this doesn't look like anything new, like a lot of brands have dewy liquid blushes, but the colors are so eye-catching and vibrant. It's working on me. I'm not gonna lie. And apparently, NYX has not given up on the brow category because they are launching yet another brow gel called their Crazy Lift Brow Lamination Gel. It's supposed to have a 24-hour strong hold that delivers a non-crunchy, flake-proof, and sweat-resistant hold for $12. Now, I am a little bit confused because I don't know, aside from the packaging, how this is different from their other products, but I was really surprised to see that the comments on the Trend Mood post were more complaints about the trend of laminated brows. Someone said, oh, we are still doing the jump scare brows. Now, I'm not spending one more penny on brow glue until I know for sure it holds them for more than 5 minutes, doesn't make it look like it's snowed on my brows. I think I'm gonna wait for more feedback on this one. I would love this product with a regular wand applicator. Definite pass because of the rubber tip. Okay, I would say this is some valid constructive criticism on the packaging, but I'm not gonna knock it until I try it. Now, in terms of the eyebrow trend, I'm not a hater of it. It doesn't bother me. I personally don't like the way that the laminated crazy brows look. However, I do think that there are some people that can pull it off. So if you can pull it off, by all means. Now, NYX Cosmetics is not the only brand going wild with new releases at the drugstore. Maybelline is doing the same, except they're coming for a different category. I feel like NYX is very creative, fun makeup, people who are willing to go a little bit outside of the box, but Maybelline is a lot more reserved. They are definitely in the dupe drugstore brand category, I feel like, especially lately with their new launches, such as the Maybelline Lifter Glaze Oil Balm. This product is supposed to be a hydrating lip oil balm that delivers smooth and glowy lips. It's a pigmented lip balm available in 10 shades for sheer buildable color, retailing for $8.99. Now, it says pigmented and sheer, so I'm not quite confident that those words should be in the same sentence. But then again, it's called a lip oil balm, so maybe they're trying to create something new and unique, but I'm not falling for it. I did watch this TikTok video and the formula looked absolutely incredible on her lips. It looked juicy. It reminded me a lot of the YSL Candy Glaze. So it is potentially a dupe based off of the vibes, but YSL Candy Glaze is very, very pigmented. It's almost more like a glossy lipstick than it is a balm. But then I watched another video and the pigment didn't look the same on this creator. So I did a little investigating and I wasn't the only person that noticed this. Someone commented on the first video saying, mine aren't nearly this shiny and I'm mad about it. The creator did reply and said when you open the product for the first time, it has the texture of a balm, kind of stiff. If you warm it on your hands or use it 2 to 3 times, it gets like this and it becomes more melting each time, which is exactly how the YSL Candy Glazes are. So I feel like you're supposed to build it up if you want to get the YSL Candy Glaze vibe. That is just my guess because I love the Candy Glaze, but I feel like the Maybelline looks a little bit more like a balm. Now, the Lipstick Lesbians did their own sponsored video about this product. She described it as an oil and a balm with some more grip. On this video, someone commented, this is literally a Clinique copy, and this had 3,000 likes. I honestly would have to disagree. I feel like Clinique is a little bit more sheer and the Balm is a lot harder, if that makes sense, while the Maybelline looks like a melting formula. Someone else said, how do these compare to Fenty Gloss Balm Sticks? And she replied, Fenty has a higher payoff of color. It is more melty and softer and doesn't grip as much. I would agree with this. The reason why I never bought the Fenty was because it was too slippy for my taste. That's why I don't really buy lip oils, because I want something to stick more. So I think I might like the Maybelline. Now, if you're not willing to pay Maybelline for a candy glaze dupe and you want something even cheaper, y'all were talking to me about Essence in my last video, and I have been keeping an eye out for them. They recently launched their own versions of this kind of product for $3.99. You can't beat that, especially if it's good. This is their Glossy Glaze High Shine Lipstick. It's supposed to deliver intense color payoff with a dreamy high shine glaze finish. Its buttery soft texture glides on smoothly for a comfort, non-drying feeling. Unfortunately, it only comes in 4 shades, but I'm not really mad at the options. The marketing label, Glossy Glaze High Shine Lipstick, sounds more like a dupe of the Candy Glaze to me than the Maybelline. If you prefer that vibe, I feel like maybe Essence is a little bit more promising. Next up, we have Miss Covergirl. Every once in a while, I do take some time to shop at CVS and just kind of browse the aisles to see what's new at the drugstore. And Covergirl is always so eye-catching to me because of their pink packaging. It's very much giving Glossier, but cheaper or the same price, because at this point, drugstore is like the same price as Glossier. Covergirl launched their Tinted Lip Balm, which is now infused with 100% mineral SPF 15 for $7.99. It only comes in 2 shades, pink and orange. And if you're tired of lip balms, they've also released the Clean Fresh Yummy Blur Lipstick, which is a pillowy soft matte lip color for an instant blurring effect for $11.99. And if you don't like either of those, don't worry, because CoverGirl has another lip launch. They're jumping on the lip stain train and released the Fresh Jelly Water Lip and Cheek Tint, which seems very familiar to e.l.f. It's supposed to be a cushiony and hydrating tint for lasting soft focus color. It's lightweight jelly texture infused with refreshing water gel technology in 6 transfer-proof colors for $10.99. Do you see what I mean? I feel like CoverGirl's a little up there. Like L'Oreal, I'm used to being a higher price, but I don't remember CoverGirl being this high of a price. I feel like the prices got higher when they refreshed their brand and the look. But that's just a theory. That's not a fact. Now, I will share a little bit more of my opinions after I announce all of the drops, but I will say that I'm kind of excited for some of these. I'm not gonna lie. The drugstore knows what's up. All right, now this is where things get a little crazy at the drugstore. Buckle up, get some popcorn, because these launches are, I have no words. First of all, L'Oreal has released their Skin Ink Up. What? It's called their Skin Ink for $18.99. Now, this is by far the most expensive thing in the video. This is what I mean. L'Oreal is like up there in price for the drugstore. Now, is that still fairly cheap for a complexion product? Yes. But for the drugstore, $18.99, you might as well make it $20. Skin Ink claims to be like a foundation and covers like a concealer, made to be customized with buildable long wear. It's a self-setting soft matte finish that doesn't cake and doesn't crease. I'm not gonna lie, that description sounds pretty intriguing. If it does live up to its claims, then maybe $18.99 is fair. Now, this is exactly what I've been saying. Concealers can be used as a foundation. We've all accepted it at this point, but you could also use it as a bronzer. You could also use it under the eyes as a brightener. Concealer is so versatile. So I like the idea of this, but at the same time, you don't have to buy a separate concealer to get the same vibe. So truthfully, I think this just might be fancy marketing to make us believe they're being innovative, but really they're just telling us what we already know. Use your concealer as a foundation and your foundation as a concealer. As long as it's full coverage and lightweight, I feel like they can work either way. And it seems like people are very excited about this launch. In a video by this TikToker, someone commented, drugstore is it. I refuse to spend my money on anything. This looks promising for everyday office space, especially in hot climate. L'Oreal every day improving and making it harder for other brands. What do you think? Is this product overpriced, or is it actually worth the price because it's technically more innovative? Okay, so this next release is $3.99 and one of my OG favorite drugstore products that I have such well, maybe not core memories, but I have some memories from it. In middle school, I was obsessed with the Burt's Bees lip balm, specifically in peppermint. For some reason, at that age, my lips were super dry and nothing worked for me except the Burt's Bees lip balm. And now they're launching it in a Mike's Hot Honey flavor. So apparently it's infused with the sweet heat flavor of hot honey, but it's not plumping. Which at first I was like, huh? And the comments on Trend Mood were just as confused as me. Someone commented, maybe this could have worked out if they market it as a plumping balm, but it seems like they just wanted you to whip this out to soothe the drier chapped lips. In what economy does this make sense? Someone else said, is this late April Fools? But there was one person that said, actually, I'm into it. I mean, for $3.99, I might just have to buy it to try it. Is it weird? Genius, would you pay for this? And things get even weirder because Colourpop decided to launch a pop socket. It's giving Road Beauty though. This is in collaboration with the brand Pop Sockets. It's supposed to be a grip that can hold their HydraPop glossy lip stain in 7 versatile shades. This hydrating water-based lip stain goes on glossy and leaves behind a long-lasting stain without drying out your pout. And surprisingly, or not so surprisingly because it's the same reaction I had, the comments were very positive. Someone said, lippy? Yes. Blush and lippy cream combo? Yes. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Oh, these have my name written all over them. I don't care what you tell me, but I think that this is adorable. So last week I did a video all about e.l.f. cosmetics. If you haven't seen it, then definitely check it out. I will link it in the description below. I shared with you all of the newest launches that you might have missed from the brand. However, they launched more. First of all is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. It's a precision tip for creating thin hair-like strokes for your most natural looking brows. The waterproof and smudge resistant formula stays put for a long-lasting look. They also have a variety of new skincare from e.l.f. Skin. The product that I'm kind of intrigued by is the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Clean Freak Daily Cleanser. It's a lightly foaming gentle gel face wash that claims to have 1% hyaluronic acid that hydrates even after rinsing for skin that feels soft, comfy, and clean. They also launched their clarifying facial oil, which is calming, non-comedogenic, and made with 2% salicylic acid to treat and prevent blackheads while also clarifying clogged pores. And lastly, they launched their Clean Queen liquid brush and sponge cleaner, which is a foaming gel formula that's supposed to remove leftover makeup, dirt, and other things from your brushes. And this retails for $6. And if you are someone who is obsessed with skincare, we have more launches. Now, e.l.f. isn't the only brand launching new skincare. If you look on the ULTA website, they have so many more K-beauty skincare brands, from Anua to I'm From, which is famous for their rice toner, even the VT Cosmetics Riddle Shots brand, Some by Me, and Round Lab. I am so excited about this, and I'm so happy that Korean beauty is becoming more accessible in the US. I feel like it just makes it so much easier to purchase. You don't have to wait as long for your package to come in the mail. I just hope that the US updates their sunscreen regulations and processes at some point because we want the Korean formulas, okay? I have always been an Ulta girly, but now that Korean beauty is in Ulta, I'm even more of an Ulta girly. And last but not least, the kids and the tweens are gonna be obsessed with this one. Bubble has launched a Cosmic Silk Hydrating Toner for $16, which is not a terrible price for it. It's a ceramide rich hydrating milky toner that's clinically proven to hydrate smooth plump, and improve the radiance of your skin. Those are the drugstore drops of the week. Let me know in the comments below which one you're going to add to cart and which one that you think you're going to skip. As always, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Now, overall for the lip launches, I have kind of no feelings for them because we've just been bombarded with them for a while and I have enough lip products, if I'm being honest with you. I am curious to check out the Maybelline one to see if it's anything like the YSL Candy Glaze, and even if it's not, it does look like a good product to me. I'm also very excited about the Covergirl lip stains because I want to see how it compares to K-Beauty. I'm also wondering if any of these new lip products are made in Korea because I think it is finally hitting the US markets. We are going to get a whole lot of all types of lip stains at this moment in time. If I were to choose between the new e.l.f. lip stain and the Covergirl, even though Covergirl is more expensive, I find it more exciting because it's described as a jelly texture, which reminds me kind of romance, and I do wonder if it has like a gloss feeling on it. But with the e.l.f., I feel like it's more of like a water tint, and sometimes those sink into the fine lines of your lips. So I would be willing to pay more for the Covergirl just to try it out and see what it's like. As for the L'Oreal foundation and concealer, you kind of know my thoughts on the price. At the end of the day, I think if it's a good product, even if it is more expensive for the drugstore, then it might be worth the cost. Although it is being marketed and advertised as this innovative product, I truly don't think it is because at the end of the day, you can use your concealer as a foundation and your foundation as a concealer, obviously depending on the formula. But what I do like about it is just the way that it's described as something that is still full coverage but very lightweight. And sometimes foundations can be too heavy on the skin, concealers can be too heavy on the skin, or they're too thin. So this looks like a happy medium, and out of curiosity, I will likely be buying this, but they are definitely not fooling me into thinking that this is some innovative grand idea. Okay. And Colourpop, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like people are gonna absolutely hate this launch and think it's dumb, but I kind of love it. Like, it feels like something I would be obsessed with in high school or be very excited to buy. So I get the hype around this. I don't think I'm gonna go out of my way to buy a Colourpop pop socket, but I love the heart. You can't tell me that's not cute. What I'm most excited about though is their version of the water tints. Or is this a water tint? It's a HydraPop glossy lip stain. Oh, so it's a glossy finish lip stain. I wonder how this compares to Romand. And again, it's in the heart shape. It comes in 7 shades. I like the shade options. I think this is the first Colourpop launch that I am kind of excited about. And if it comes to Ulta, I might snatch it up. And as for e.l.f. skincare, I am not in the trust phase of e.l.f. skincare right now because I already have my holy grail skincare products right now, but I am intrigued by the cleanser. That sounds very promising because it's supposed to be cleaning your face without keeping it dry, and cleansers like that are always great for the morning if I do cleanse my face in the morning. I have also tried their Holy Hydration Moisturizer and I thought it was pretty good, especially if you're on a budget. I do think it feels great on the skin. The only reason why I didn't continue purchasing that product is because I found other moisturizers I liked better. Although drugstore makeup is getting more expensive, I do think that depending on the product, the formulas are getting kind of impressive and better. Like, tell me why I'm more excited about some of these drugstore launches than I was in my luxury makeup launches video. Anyways, I love y'all so much. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!